Shalom Akim, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabash, Murakak double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone salute. Once again, to sincere brothers out there of the hopeful elect. All right. And this one I'm gonna entitle this video, What God Are You Loyal To? Okay. And before I get into the scriptures, I'm gonna give a quick testimony. I probably said this before, shared this with brothers before, but make this real brief. An example of some of the trials we're gonna have to go through within His truth, and with faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, there's always a way out, right? Uh, One time we used to have camp downtown on 14th Street. We had that camp was pretty wild, man. We had that's back when Macawana was with us in the truth, all right. Things used to get hectic, man. All right. There's a lot of antagonists. People used to come up to us, scoffing, all kind of shit, man. But on this particular day, you had the apostles. They came through, and kicked it with us on 14th Street. And I believe that was the last time we ever went out there. Shit got heated, and it was a physical altercation. All right, wherein you had some crackers antagonizing us, some devils. All right, and they was drunk because there was a pub right across the street, and also the fire department was on the same street that we was on when we was teaching. So you had these guys talking all kind of crap they gonna do to us and all this BS, because they was getting cut up with the scriptures through the Spirit, right? Hebrews 4:12 to tell you that the word of the Most High is a double-edged sword, okay? And so these guys are getting cut with the scriptures and threatening us and talking all kind of shit. So they went down to right over there to the fire department, came back out with a couple of their buddies, because I guess it was just a bunch of firemen and cops and all that shit that used to chill out, hang out in that pub and get drunk. All right. But anyway, these cracker went to the fire department, came back out with a few of his guys, which I assume to be firemen, of course. And we wound up rushing them, man. The young brothers at the time, I was a young brother in the camp, and the brothers that was with me, we wound up throwing our garments off and rushing the fire department, man, and laid them guys out, okay? And, of course, after that, we dispersed. But when we dispersed, walking down the street, me, Brother Rapal, and Brother Malak, I remember that in particular because those two brothers that was with me, I noticed we was being followed by somebody, man. When God stood out, I don't think Rapal and Malak caught on to it, but I kind of peeped it. God was following us, and He stood out from the rest of the people walking on the Ave in the same direction that we was going. And as we walking, trying to find a train station or whatever to go to get the hell out of the area, the neighborhood, a police officer, undercover, came out. He came by the blind side to us, and he said, wait a minute. He said, let me talk to you guys, something to that effect. But I noticed his shield. He had his shield out. And when I seen his shield, I told him brothers, I said, hey, the cops, y'all get out of here. Right? So, brothers took off, we running, we split up, but we running. And as I'm running, as I'm running down the street, something like out of the damn movies, because it was outside restaurants and such, with people dining outside and whatnot, and I'm running so fast, and I'm running through the shit, knocking over tables and chairs to get away from the damn cop, because when I, as I turned back, because it felt like the cop was on my ass, and I turned back, the same guy that I seen that stood out was fucking chasing me, man. He was chasing me, and and he had his shield all the way out. So that's why that guy stood out. It's like the Lord put the spirit on me to recognize this guy and keep my eye on him, because that guy was a cop. He was pretty much watching us the whole time, man. They were pretty much on to us. So I'm running down the street, like I said, one of them outside, one of them outside dining restaurants and shit, knocking over tables and chairs to get away from this mother effer. Okay, and all through my mind, I'm praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, get me out of here, don't let me get caught. Some brothers that know my situation know I had, certain circumstances that I was dealing with in which I couldn't afford to get arrested. So I'm praying, my adrenaline rushing, I'm running fast, hauling ass, okay? And I used to work out and jog every day. Almost every day I would, jog Central Park, and that shit paid off, man. From me being chased by this cop and running and getting away from him, it paid off. It allowed me to keep my wind and everything, and I had the stamina to run, because I just blew it on this guy, man. He couldn't keep up with me, man. And then I ran through a side street, took off my sweater that I had on. I had a black sweater on and I had a white t-shirt on underneath. So when I got to the other avenue, when I ran out from the side street and got to the other avenue, right, I could hear sirens, police sirens around, because they were headed back up to where the incident happened, where we got into it with the fire department. And I'm nervous, I'm scared, but at the same time I just kept praying, how about Shem Yahweh Shai, get me out of this, don't let me get caught, and this, that, and the third, right? And sure enough, I come out the side street with just a white t-shirt on and my clothes, my jeans and whatever, but I had a white t-shirt on, so whatever description they was trying to give the other cops, they might have said that he had a black hoodie on or a black sweater or whatever. But now, this shit seemed like something out of the movies, like some real incognito James Bond type smooth shit. But the Lord got me through it, man. Right? So I see the cops blowing right by me. They all driving up to the location, and I'm walking past them with a white t-shirt, and I'm trying to walk nonchalantly, my adrenaline going, my heart pounding, and I just kept reciting in my mind, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I kept saying his name to get me up out of there. And sure enough, that cop that was chasing me, I lost his ass in the breeze. And the cops that were going towards the location, they didn't even recognize me or pay me any mind. And I finally made it to a train station, and I got the hell up out of there, man. All right. So these are some of the things that brothers gonna have to go through in his truth and being faithful to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why a lot of people don't like to go out there on the highways and the byways, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Every day is not gonna necessarily be like your regular average camp day, okay, where you're just going out there prophesying, okay, teaching, or possibly even just condemning people, man. Okay, and then everything's gonna be smooth and everything's gonna be the typical day at camp. It's time, we got the call to wrap it up, and that's it. Okay, there's gonna be times where there's gonna be certain situations. And a lot of you brothers know, because you've been through it too, man. I'll be checking out the videos. You got them scoffers coming all up in your face, and shit about to get heated, and brothers seen brothers hook off on people, or some of these assholes hooked off on brothers, and shit got physical. Brothers got arrested and what have you. So these are some of the things that we're gonna have to deal with being in this truth, man. And to still come out there and do this work shows a great significance of faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That we're gonna be tested, but there's always a way out through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the only way out in all reality. All right, is our trust, loyalty, and faith to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so I'm going to read a scripture. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Okay, because like I said, that's one of the reasons that a lot of people don't like to go out there on the highways and the byways. You see these other camps, they think everything just camp day is supposed to be cool and everything's supposed to be smooth, man. Okay, and a lot of these guys, they choose not to go out, okay, because they don't want to face the elements, man. All right, but the Lord said, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Okay? And yeah, in the days that's ahead, it's definitely going to heat up even more, man. Okay? All right? The time of Jacob's trouble, when martial law is instituted. All right? And, there's a curfew nationwide. All right? And riots. And, because there's going to be heavy resistance out here in society, because America likes to party. All right, America likes to get high and party, man. Okay, so when there's a government lockdown and a curfew being instituted nationwide, what do you think these people are going to do? They're gonna resist, man. You got people that have to get their fix. They're on drugs, all right, and in the youth are restless. Okay, so they want to be out there, out and about. Okay, so martial law is going to be instituted, and a lot of people are going to be getting locked up, man. And especially you guys, right, who are in the same boat as us, all right, who committed what you would say the ultimate high crime of treason against the United States government by speaking out against this government and condemning it, man. Exposing all of its wickedness. All right, we're going to be the main targets, man. I remember the apostles saying that back in the days, even when I used to be on the side listening to them. The apostles used to say, that brothers is going to be on a red list, all right, on the FBI red list, the Southern Poverty Law Center, all of that, man, on their red list, targeted for what? For concentration camps, okay, to be hauled into concentration camps. So it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. And that's what's going to happen. Some of us, unfortunately, are going to wind up in these concentration camps, man. Okay? But it's all a test of faith. It's all a test of faith. It says that ye may be tried. Yeah, so the Lord could try your faith. Going through a specific trial. Okay? And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Yeah, we shall have tribulation 10 days. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in those camps for 10 days. It could be a little more than 10 days. It could be a little less than 10 days. All right? Okay, but it just means that you're going to be in those camps, in those internment camps for a particular certain amount of time. Okay? These devils might, of course, they're going to try to torture you and do all kind of shit, board you, right? All kind of shit, man. All types of shit, man. But through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the Lord is going to allow you to withstand that. As long as you remain faithful, the Lord is going to allow you to withstand that. And we got to keep in mind of the records of the prophets before us, okay, the disciples and the apostles that were around during the time of Yahweh Shah 2,000 years ago, and all of the tribulation and the hell that they've been through, and the Lord got them through it. From Peter being broken out of jail by the angels. Okay, yeah, the disciples, most of them were put to death. Okay, and even John the Revelator was sentenced to a lifetime of exilement in the salt mines of Patmos. Okay, but that wasn't the time yet for the Lord to make his second return. The days that we're living in now is the time when the Lord is going to return. Okay, that's why it says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, meaning what? For a certain amount of time. It's not going to be a lifetime, brothers and sisters. All right, because the Lord is coming back in this day and age. Okay, All right. That's why the Lord said, in your patience possess ye your soul. It says, be thou faithful unto death. And unfortunately, some of us are going to have to die. All right. Okay. And if we're faced with that dilemma, you have to have the spirit. Pray that the Lord put the spirit that Stephen had, okay, when he was put to death, by Saul, who was Paul at the time when he was persecuting the church. All right. But Stephen welcomed the death with open arms, man. He was so faithful and so overwhelmed with the joy of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He welcomed death with open arms, man. Okay? Because of the bigger cause, man. All right? The bigger cause in his belief in Yahweh Shah. And that's the spirit that you got to pray that the Lord puts on you if you ever faced with such a dilemma. All right? So it says, be thou faithful unto death, meaning don't ever fold, man. Don't ever fold. It reads on to say, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right? And that's the promise, man. That's the promise from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You're going to receive a crown of life. Okay? All right? So be faithful unto death. What God are you loyal to? Are you loyal to Yahweh Shah? Or are you loyal to Satan, the so-called white man, in this jacked up society that we live in, man? Are you loyal to money? Are you loyal to Allah? Are you loyal to Jesus Christ, Hare Krishna, Buddha, okay, Islam, all of these Pan-African gods and all of this bullshit? Most of you people are loyal to money. Your God is money, okay? That's what you believe in. You believe in the so-called white man and his money system, all right? I'm in the scripture with this. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24 says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. All right? Yeah, that's right. No man can serve two masters. Okay? You can't claim to be a servant or believer in the God of the Bible, whose name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahweh Shah, but at the same time, you're faithful to this corrupt system. Okay? Because you trust in money. All right? Because a lot of you people are going to go and take the RFID microchip once the global economy collapses, man. Okay? That's where your faith is really going to be tried and tested. All right? Okay? A lot of you people are going to make up every excuse to say, oh, you know what? The RFID chip is not the MOTB or the mark of the beast. Okay? When in all reality it is, and it's evident and it's clear as day, and you have been warned and shown thoroughly in the scriptures by the apostles and the prophets, and even you even got whistleblowers in Esau society that will tell you that the RFID chip, human implantable chip, is the mark written of in the book of Revelation, 13th chapter. Okay? But a lot of you people, right, you so-called Christians and you average Joe Schmo Americans, you're gonna fold, man. You're gonna fold because you trust in this society. And we got an example of that during the COVID-19. A lot of you jackasses ran out there and took the jab because your job was threatened. Okay? All right? So it says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. Yeah, that's right, man. You can't claim to love the God of the Bible, but at the same time, do everything that the God of the Bible said not to do. Okay? And in the last book of the Holy Bible, he said, don't take that mark. All right? It says, or else he will hold to the one. Yeah, a lot of you people are going to hold on to American society, man. Okay? They try to keep up with the economy, try to save your livelihood of having a job in which you're being heavily taxed and oppressed and still ain't happy with life. Okay? And despise the other. You're going to say to hell with God's laws. Okay? To hell with what what the Most High is saying. All right. It says you cannot serve God, who is Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shah, and mammon. All right. Money, tangible goods, all of this vain shit that you see in this world. All right. So what God are you loyal to, man? That's the question. And I'm going to end this video on that note. Say Shalom, Wabarakim, Abaratazah. See you in the next one. Shalom.